Hi, I'm Raman Johnson, a junior LTA with the LTSI Department, and today I'll be presenting on homepage customization within Brightspace. So, to begin, here is the default homepage. This is the homepage that each course will start off with until changes are made. A homepage consists of a banner and then a space below it for its widgets. Widgets are tools that each offer a different function within the home page, and the different home pages each have different widgets enabled. So to make changes to your home page, navigate to the bottom right corner here with the three dots, and then if you want to change the home page you will select Manage Home Pages to see the list. You can also choose to remove the banner if you don't like how it looks. Additionally, there is an options in the top right corner here. When you select the three dots, you can choose to change the image in the banner, customize its text, or also remove it. So if you want to change which home page you have, you'll select Manage Home Pages, and then you'll be greeted by this list here. This lists all of the home pages that are enabled within our instance of Brightspace and has a brief description beneath each for which widgets are enabled. So when you see one you like, you can simply select it from this drop down here and then click Apply. So to go into some of the differences between each, we'll start off with the default standard course landing page. So again, this is the one that all courses start off with, and it has 4 widgets. It has an Updates, Content Navigator, Announcements, and Calendar widget. The Updates widget will display information to both instructors and students that's relevant. So for instructors, this is assignment submissions that are ungraded or quiz attempts that are ungraded, as well as discussion posts and other relevant information. And for students, this will be unattempted quizzes or empty assignment drop boxes, as well as new discussion boards that they need to post in. So next up, we have the Content Navigator. This widget will just list all of the modules in your content view vertically with the percentage that the user has completed them beside it. This percentage is based off of how many of the PDFs or HTML files the user has accessed or how many quizzes or assignments they've completed. So next we have the Announcements widget, which will show in chronological order the most recent announcements the instructor has made. As the instructor, you can choose to edit the announcement from this drop down here, or you can navigate to the tool itself to make a new announcement through this drop down here. The final widget in this homepage is the calendar here, which similarly to announcements lists upcoming events in chronological order, and also will have a collapsible calendar view that will show each day that has an event on it. So the first new homepage we have is the activity feed here. This adds an activity feed widget and removes the updates widget. The activity feed has some functions that are similar to announcements, but also some new functions, which I'll go into here. So within the activity feed, you can make posts, and a post can either be a message or an assignment. The message is the function that's similar to announcements. With it, you can just create a text message that goes out to all students. However, something that's different about it is that students can actually comment on the message you create, which could be useful for getting student feedback on things like change deadlines or just changes to the schedule or that sort of thing. It just allows students to comment back to you. So the new thing with the activity feed widget is that it will allow you to make assignments right within your homepage, which might be a nice workflow for some instructors. When you make an assignment in this widget, it will auto-populate the assignment tool as well as the gradebook with a grade item if you select this checkbox here. And also, it'll show the assignments right within your homepage under the activity feed widgets for students to make submissions to. So this might be a nice feature for visibility as well. So the next homepage is the visual grid, which just does an aesthetic change to the content navigator. It makes modules look sort of boxy and have an image attached to them. So this might just be a visual that you prefer. However, there is a consideration with it. If you have a lot of modules, like this course here, it can push your updates widget to the bottom of the page so that students might be less likely to see it. So it's something to think about. Next, we have the visual grid plus the activity feed homepage. And this one will just have both widgets as well as the default widgets. So if you like both the activity feed as well as this content navigator view here, then this might be a good option for you. But again, both of those widgets go to the top of your homepage, so the other ones end up being pushed down a bit, which makes the calendar and the updates widget, you need to scroll down to actually see them as a user. So yeah, that's a consideration to take. Next, we have the visual TOC, which changes the visual grid a little bit. It still has these boxy squares with an image attached to it, but it's only one column wide. And the updates widget is above the content navigator, so you don't come into that issue with the updates being pushed way down to the bottom of the page. And yeah, so those are all of our homepage options within our instance of Brightspace. If you need any additional help with picking one or making changes to your homepage, please feel free to email LTSI support at uvic.ca or visit the Teach Anywhere website for more help. Thank you.